Howdy. It just occurred to me that there aren't a lot of resources defining what a mage or magic user is. Like, where does that goalpost exist? Nobody can look that up. It's not very easy to find. I remember back in the day when I was like 17, 16, a mage was like this legendary icon in my head that I just did not amount to. I was not a magic user in my head. At the age of 18, I remember I did something of like actual physical substance. Like actually conjured a material in my hand for a second. Or at least a very dense movement. And that was the day I went, holy shit, I'm a mage. I'm a real magic user. I am almost fictional. But in all honesty, it's really, here's the fact. Magic is not a genetic gift. Particular skill can be, but magic itself, the smallest gnat can use it. Does use it. If you were to define using magic as working with forces you can't see and don't fully understand, tell me, if you want to shut down magic, like for yourself, can you explain to me what your brain waves look like and what they do to a 100% detail? If you can't, you're no different from any other mage. But to conclude the video, I highly recommend establishing a goalpost. Like, psychologically, it's really fun to say, I really can't call myself a mage until I hit this 1 mile marker in my head. That's what I did at 18, right? I kept saying, no, I'm not a mage. I have not succeeded at anything at all. And even after I got that little in my hand, it took me a little while longer to remember, oh yeah, I haven't actually achieved anything intrinsically valuable at all. Just potentially valuable. It takes a minute, mostly just because the skill is so rare, hard to acquire, and hard to research. It may or may not take a lot of workout to be able to somehow churn out a nice little from your hand that you can actually notice. Like that event I was talking about, it took me days of straight up focus on it. I had nothing better to do in my mind. There was an Xbox with internet. I did not want to play it. I wanted to learn magic. It took fucking conviction for some reason. I don't think that's morally correct. I don't think it's right for it to require that much work. I would not think less of you for trying to find an easier way. That's what magic is all about. Finding the easier and easier and easier and easier way. That's the only reason you get into magic, as far as I know. Besides unseen threats, I guess. But no, usually you're not going to learn magic in combat against a magical anomaly. That's usually not how that works, no. You're usually going to find another solution, like a metal pole that just happens to diffuse an energy field or some shit. You're going to get lucky before you learn magic in combat. And odds are it wasn't getting lucky. You have to be a little knowledgeable about something that you can pull out of the air and throw in this thing's face. I'm a lightning user. I like lightning in the tone of water. That's my auric specialty. You can pick any element you want. You can pick gravity. You can pick gas in general. I might recommend the more you specialize it, the more you specify it, narrow it down. What the hell's going on my shoulder? The more you narrow it down, the less surface tension your application of power, your attempt, has to distribute, right? So let's say you hit gas with an intention. Let's say I want to control gas, like gaseous substances entirely. You're going to get a very well-rounded ability, but it's not going to be as good at bending any one gas as in the event where you chose one specific gas to control. If you chose one, you'd have better control. But I'm a generalist. I highly recommend going for the as vague and general a power as possible, while picking a few narrow downs, like a specialized skill tree as like your secondary weapon, almost. Now, what was this video about? Right, so when can you call yourself a mage? Just to conclude, it's really like Bill Nye's thing. You are a scientist, right? You know, you have to figure things out for yourself, one way or another. Sometimes that makes you a scientist. Sometimes you have to work with things, and make guesswork on things you don't understand. That makes you a mage. The same way the previous statement makes you a scientist. And that's really about it. Y'all have a good one.